havoc. There's going to be a lot of Wednesday and Thursday weddings coming up in the fall, all that rescheduling.
I can see them happening. Thanks for starting your Monday with us. I'm Francis Rivera.
And I'm Philip.
Little hands are curious, sometimes a little too curious. We try our best to protect the little hands in our lives, and although we can't always predict what they will reach for next, we can make sure some things are never in reach. Seemingly harmless window cords pose a serious strangulation hazard. Replace corded window coverings with only cordless products or those with inaccessible cords. And look for products certified with the label Best for Kids.
KSAN, San Angelo's news channel.
The politics of a pandemic. The Senate battle over a stimulus package ends in a stalemate, with both sides blaming the other for failure as negotiations spill into Monday, with investors bracing for another bloodbath on Wall Street.
Senator Rand Paul revealed that he has tested positive for coronavirus. He and a handful of members of Congress go into quarantine as states press the Trump administration for more aid and supplies, with the number of patients exploding.
To the front lines of home deliveries for everything from groceries to supplies and even your dinner. Important information for keeping you and that hard-working delivery person safe in these times of self-quarantine.
And how about those pets you're probably spending a lot more time with while quarantining at home? We'll tell you how the coronavirus is impacting your dogs and cats. Early today starts right now.
Good Monday morning. I'm Philip Mena.
I'm Francis Rivera. On this Monday morning, at least 80 million Americans are virtually under lockdown as confirmed cases in the state surged to over 35,000. Almost half of those are in New York. And here's what you need to know at this hour. President Trump has approved the disaster declaration for California. So far, 8 states have issued stay-at-home orders. Places like pharmacies and grocery stores are exempt from the shutdown. Any non-essential businesses found open could be fined. And more than 7,000 National Guard members are being deployed to cities across the country. In addition to that, President Trump has activated additional troops in New York, California, and Washington as cases in those states surge drastically.
And breaking overnight, Canada and Australia become the first countries to pull out of the Olympics. Both countries will not send their athletes to Tokyo if the games are not delayed by the pandemic. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is considering postponing the games, but says canceling is not an option. Meanwhile, school closures have skyrocketed, with nearly 54 million students sent home. So far, 45 states have closed all of their schools. Many of those are making courses available online. But the closures also affect more than 20 million children who receive free school lunch.
And The View co-host Meghan McCain goes into self-isolation. The news comes after she revealed that she is pregnant with her first child. McCain plans to host the show remotely from home. And Tito's Vodka is jumping into the hand sanitizing business. The company announced it'll be using its distillery to make 24 tons of sanitizer.
Meanwhile, Best Buy stores are shifting their business to curbside pickup. As more customers are looking for home office equipment, the store is stepping up their customer service to an unprecedented level that'll keep you in your car. And McDonald's restaurants in the UK and Ireland will close by 7 p.m. today. The decision comes after Prime Minister Boris Johnson called for pubs, clubs, and restaurants to close last week.
Governors across the country are pleading with the federal government for more support. One of the biggest challenges is easing the burden on healthcare workers. The people on the front lines of this battle are in need of protective gear, and President Trump says more supplies are on the way. Here's NBC's Kathy Park.
A medical emergency as doctors fighting the coronavirus war and supplies of personal protective equipment, masks, gowns, and gloves are running critically low.
It does keep me up at night. We are running low, very low. Can't afford to have our healthcare workers get sick and be out of work.
As the crisis deepens, governors are demanding more help and supplies from the Strategic National Stockpile.
So apparently the only way to get the President of the United States to pay attention is to go on national television and make noise about it, which I won't stop doing until we get what we need.
The President responded.
The federal government has deployed hundreds